Welcome, folks, to another class in this series, The Positive Power of Negative Emotions. And it's just a quick class, 20 minutes or so, with about a 5-minute practice today. So I want to give you a little information about working with emotions and then do a little practice, and I hope it helps. So, yes, what we call negative emotions all have a positive purpose. And we're going to talk about fear today. So fear is not a weakness. Fear is a natural safety system that early warning lets you know that something's either is, or will be disturbing your well-being. Right? So, but we've all been mistrained and we don't like the feeling of it, and we have heard that it's cowardly and all that. So we're starting with the premise of accepting our emotions, working with them. Okay, but then the question is, well, how to work with them, because they take over, they make us, avoid things, freeze up, do all kinds of things when the emotion takes over. So our basic approach is to give us an enhanced state of consciousness and nervous system so that we can handle it. I was just looking at a presentation about the effects of heat and cold. So saunas and cold plunges, right? Hydrotherapy, cold showers. And there's a lot of research that shows the effects on the brain that good things are released in the brain. Norepinephrine and other things that give you an uplift to your mood and a lot of benefits to your physiology. So those are good things, and I hope you're into the hydrotherapy trend. It's really great. We can also get a lot of benefits similar to those from breathing. So we're going to do today a strong breathing practice, 5 minutes, that's it. Just to give us that enhanced readiness to work with fear. Otherwise, when we don't like fear is when it takes over. But the absence of fear is, first of all, not going to happen unless you're just, numb. And we don't want it to happen because there's plenty of things that can disturb your health, your life, your relationships, your happiness. So we need to know how to work with fear. And when we don't, it sticks around. Your emotions, I call them senses of the soul, they are very loyal to you. They're very accurate. And so if they're warning you of some threat to your well-being and you don't deal with it, you don't address it, it's going to stick around like a loyal bodyguard, loyal protecting dog, right? So that's how we have chronic anxiety and things, when we're just not dealing with the problem underlying. So fear is not the problem, it's the underlying issue, which when resolved, the fear stands down. And the purpose of fear is to alert you to danger and take you to safety, security. Then you can relax, then you can be yourself. And that could be big issues, lifetime issues, past trauma issues. It could be little things day to day, but there's a lot going around today. I heard that a lot of the conspiracy theories, I heard a talk by a woman who was, her parents were into these conspiracy theories, and she said a remarkable thing. With all the points and the ideas and the beliefs, she said they're in fear all the time. And so I got to thinking about conspiracy theories as just a manifestation, and of course they're stimulating more fear. Anyway, there's enough introduction. I usually just give a few minutes to think about that. So what we're going to do now is 5 minutes of a strong breathing practice. So fear can be very strong and overwhelming. If we feel like the fear is huge and we're like small and scared, we got to bring our consciousness and our aura up to the level of meeting the fear. And then we go, okay, fear, what do you got for me? And how am I going to take care of it so you'll be satisfied and leave me alone? That's the thing. All right, so you ready to practice? Please practice with me. It's 5 minutes. The thumb is over the sun finger. So ego over radiance and physical power, right? Now, they rest them on your knees. I'm just sitting in a chair. You can sit cross-legged, obviously, on the floor, whatever's good for you. And so, can't quite see it in frame, but I'm touching down to my knees. Now, they're going to come up towards my nose, but it's my inhale that's going to draw them in. Like you're going to inhale so hard through your nose that the nostrils will collapse a little bit. See, can I do it? Yeah, they go in a little bit. And I'm going to pretend, imagine, and feel that there's a big suction bringing my hands up to here. And so for me, it's going to go like this. So I'm exhaling after each time. So a little note about, it's called breathing through both nostrils. So you may know that your nostrils alternate dominance through the day, and that affects the dominant hemisphere of the brain. So that's good. That's the way nature intended it. But for 5 minutes, we're going to try to breathe and bring, if not equal, at least strong air passage through both nostrils, which massages them, the nerves, the meridians in there. Okay, so you're all set. Oh, and the eyes stay open on this one. So you're going to be looking, and when I was practicing it, I was sort of giving a wide-eyed, a little like, so then I just kind of felt fear up in here. So part of these practices is in a safe and intentional space, we induce the body language or the actual feeling of the fear. That way, we come to know it, come to terms with it on our terms, right? So there it is. So let's start. We'll go 5 minutes exact, or close enough. All right, you ready? Please join me. So breathe in hard so your nostrils collapse and you draw your fingers towards you. And you can take your time exhaling. Maybe yours goes faster, but I like a steady, long pressure. Okay, sorry, eyes stay open. Widen them a little bit. It's an intense thing. 5 minutes. Exhale through the nose. So again, I'm starting to feel some tingling in my shoulders. Let anything that's happening happen. Your body, trust your body to just process and let this exercise, this Kriya, to affect you in a very safe and positive way. All right, if you're just joining, join in. Thumb over the ring finger. Draw in so it collapses your nostrils and exhale through the nose. Pick something to stare at so your eyes aren't wandering. Just look right at me or look over your device there. Just fix on a point. Two and a half minutes, you're halfway there. Let's see what happens on the second side of this thing. For me, my initial sort of tingliness or overwhelm is now really smoothing out, and now I'm feeling very more powerful and confident. Just assess your continued shifts in energy, in mentation, in sensation, and emotion. Fear is your friend, loyal bodyguard. So rather than resist it, draw it in. Come on, fear. Be my strong partner. Thanks for joining me now, but don't be a spectator, be a participant, be a processor. That's 4 minutes down, 1 more to go. It's not recommended to do this longer than this, but see if you can make it. And if you get a little overwhelmed, just pause and relax. But in 1 more minute, we're going to sit and enjoy the peace. Rest in peace. Don't wait till you're dead to rest in peace. Do it while you're alive. Eyes wide open. Fear wants you to gather information, take action, to get you out of danger. So in 30 seconds, we're going to sit calmly, and I'll give you a few cues to work with the fear. And it's okay if you're feeling it, if you're not, but I want you to start thinking of something that has caused you worry, concern, doubt, overwhelm, anything, past, present, or future, right? Get something in mind, and here we go. So inhale deeply. Now hold for a moment, hands down, relaxed. Keep the breath in for a few more moments. Now, let your mind be clear and quiet, calm, expansive, open. Hold any chatter at bay. Let it stay quiet. Pure presence, sensation, consciousness. Exhale. Continue to sit still. Feel your own power, your own expansion. And at the same time, we're fragile. We need protection. So between your safety and your happiness, between that and what the world may bring, there's this filter, this early filter of fear before the thing gets to you. Or right when it's happening, if there's no advance notice. Fear tells you, no, it's not good for me. I don't want this. So if you have an incident you can review right now, engage the fear in a different way. Fear, my friend, what are you telling me? What's the warning? What's the source? What is the threat? And then more importantly, what is required to be at peace again? Could be just something little, could be take you a year to remedy the danger and be at peace. Just receive the message. And maybe after that breathing, you don't feel the fear at all. That's great. But then don't take it into denial, like, oh, everything's fine again. If it's not. face it, feel it, and deal with it. Okay, I think that's good. So take a deep breath. I'm going to end this shortly. So if you want to just hang out there and continue to work, continue to meditate, please do. My promise is to come in, give you something, and let you go, move on. So you can replay this 5 minutes. You know how to do it now. Anytime you feel overwhelmed by fear, pump yourself up. And we can go to the scientists to tell us all of that, what's happening, why I feel better. But all I know is I feel better, and now I know what to do to feel better, not just in this moment, but from now on, until the next thing comes up. So thanks everybody for coming around, and I hope this helps, and we'll come back next week for another, we'll go through several emotions week to week, the purpose of each one. Purpose of fear, again, detect threats to your happiness, your well-being, your health, any part of you, and get you to wake up and deal with it. In short terms, that's it. So, and prepare yourself so you can actually get the message, not be overwhelmed by the emotion or the fear. So that's the positive power of what sometimes considered a negative emotion, fear. It's not a weakness, it's caution. And caution is the better part of valor, something like that. Okay, go to emotional-liberation.com, and I've got more resources there. Look at the Get Started button, and there's a lot of information in this work I call Senses of the Soul. And I've got a couple of courses for you coming up if you want to do some more work like this with me. All right, thank you so much. Take care.